Hey everyone, Bob Downey here. Want to go through the different types of jigs that we offer from All-Terrain. These are going to be the skirted jigs. We've got some that are non-skirted. These are all skirted jigs. We've got the Grassmaster, the Swim Jig, the Ratlin A.T jig, and the Football Jig. And I use each one of these in different scenarios. The Grassmaster jig's got a really, a sleek cone head. I'm flipping that in heavy grass. So milfoil, coontail, you might punch pads with it. Anytime you're around grass, you want the Grassmaster jig. Next up is the AT Ratlin Jig. This is kind of your do-all flipping jig up shallow. It's got more of a rounded head to it. It's got a recessed eye that's really good, doesn't catch weeds real bad. I'm flipping this around docks, wood, any little shallow grass holes up on the bank. That's kind of your do-all flipping jig. Next is the All-Terrain Tackle Football Jig. This is your offshore, hard bottom jig. You're throwing this on gravel, rock, sand. You can certainly throw it in shallow water on clear, sandy spots, but it really shines in that, 5 to 20 foot range. We got all different sizes in this thing. I believe 3/4, maybe even an ounce. You're dragging this thing on the bottom. It's got a wide profile. It comes through the rock and gravel really well. Lastly is the Swim Jig. This is a casting and winding bait. You're winding it in the middle of the water column or up above or close to the bottom. You're not dragging this thing like you would the football jig. It's got a really sleek head. This thing comes through cover like you wouldn't believe. It's got a really, a perfect weed guard for a swim jig. It's not too heavy. It's not too soft. It's kind of that perfect medium balance. It's got a really stout hook too, so you can throw it on braid, which I love to do with a swim jig. But anytime you're around heavy cover where you're casting and winding the bait, that's where you want to pick up the swim jig. So those are our 4 skirted jigs from All-Terrain. They're going to cover all depths of the water column and all different scenarios. We got the Grassmaster, the Football, the Ratlin A.T, and the Swim Jig. Check them out to cover all your jig needs.